Hey, what's going on, guys? John Shea here with the No Shame Income channel, and as the title described, I just recently passed over 1 million views on all of my videos combined that I've been doing ever since I started this channel. So with this, I wanted to make an announcement today and actually share some perspective around some changes that I really want to make to the channel and where I'm going to be moving forward in the future. If you haven't noticed, I haven't really been super active on the channel over the last several months. And some of that's kind of the reason I'm here today sharing this video, to kind of talk about what I've actually been working on and where I plan to go with all of this in the future. So when I originally started this brand, No Shame Income, and for those of you who don't know, I was sitting around a campfire with a friend of mine and I said something just absolutely ridiculous. I don't remember at the time, but he was like, "Dude, you have no shame." And what ended up happening is I really thought to myself in that moment, I was like, wow, I am kind of a blunt person. I definitely like blurt things out and I just say what's on my mind, sometimes without really thinking of what others think of it. And I decided to combine that with the idea of income and create the No Shame Income brand. And the whole idea around that was to share really blunt advice around the marketing industry, mostly around entrepreneurship and internet marketing and everything that I was doing in the marketing space. Now, while I've still been very active in that space, whether or not it's doing affiliate promotions or designing websites or doing SEO or many different things that I've done over the years I've been doing this, it's still something I'm very active with. But I recently found with my YouTube channel, and something new that I've really been exploring pretty much over the last year, I wanted to kind of change directions a little bit and allow myself to open up the channel to be something a little bit more than what it has been. Now, as you can see, I did recently pass over 1 million views, but what's interesting is more than half of these views actually came from just a few videos. So what's really crazy is earlier in 2019, about mid-2019, while I'd been doing all my regular marketing videos, usually those might get 50, 100, or maybe even up to 1,000 views, I did this one video where I compared this office chair that I'm sitting in to a gaming chair. And this video actually got over 560,000 views, making up for more than half the views of my entire channel, which is, to me, absolutely crazy. This got over 7,000 likes, over 600, and you can see 600 plus comments. And what actually came of this was I was able to really monetize from YouTube because of this single video. I was making a lot of extra money from YouTube ad monetization. And then I was also able to promote this office chair. A lot of people would go and buy the office chair because of this video, right? So initially what happened, this is a chair made by Autonomous, and you can see I bought this way back in April of 2019. Shortly after, did the video in August, so really just a couple months later basically, and I had paid for this with my own money, and I started getting credits from all the people that were coming through. So I was able to buy like a carry-on for like your luggage. I ended up basically getting a free standing desk, which is a really nice one. It's a $600 L-shaped standing desk. I ended up getting another standing desk for my wife. And again, all this was free because of all the referrals I was getting, all the people buying the Autonomous chair. And then I started getting some of their accessories. I even got like a bed sheet set, like anything I could get. I got this flow board, which my wife actually uses as just like for her feet under her desk. I got a light. And then at this point I was like, I don't really know what else to buy on this site, but I still was continuing to make all these credits. And I actually found out they had an affiliate program where I could earn actual income from the referrals as opposed to just store credit. So I was able to utilize their system for that. And as you can see here, I was able to pull out over $14,275, which to me was absolutely insane. Like, this single YouTube video allowed me to generate over $14,000 by promoting a single office chair, right? Who would have thought that that was even like a possibility? It wasn't even something that would have ever crossed my mind. But I kind of continued down this trend. While I would still do my marketing videos, I actually decided to do another video on something completely unrelated to marketing, completely unrelated to office or anything like that. And I did a bike review for the Peloton, which is a very popular high-end exercise bike. It basically costs like over $2,000. And Peloton didn't actually offer a monetized program where you could make money, but they had a opportunity where you could use, if you referred someone and they ended up ordering the bike, you would get $100 in store credit that you could then go buy their clothing. So you'll actually see I'm wearing a Peloton hoodie, and they ended up giving me so many referrals. They had a cap on this. Every year you could get 12 referrals. If they in fact went and ordered the bike, you would then get $100 in store credit. So I got 12 referrals in 2019, in 2020, and this year again in 2021. Of those people, over 12,000, of the people who signed up, of the 36 people, 12,309 workouts have been done by those people, which is really cool. And beyond that, I ended up ordering over $3,600 worth of free Peloton clothes. In fact, I think every order I ended up paying maybe like $7 for the shipping. So if you add that up, I basically got $3,600 worth of free Peloton clothes for like basically about $200 in shipping costs. So absolutely nuts. I was like giving these codes away to some of my friends, giving clothes to my wife, to my, just buying stuff for myself, hoodies, all sorts of stuff. So I knew I was kind of onto something, and I kind of continued testing out some of these same videos, doing these physical product reviews. So I ended up doing another one for a good friend of mine who is in the entrepreneurship space. He actually went and started a weighted blanket company, a company called Hush, and they're actually very successful. They were on like almost like a Shark Tank version of another show, and I think it was in Canada, and they ended up doing really well with the business. Like he really blew up, kind of just focused on this business. And I said, hey man, why don't you send me one of your blankets and I'll do a video on my YouTube channel. And of course, again, this did really well. I got over 20,000, almost 22,000 views. And I was able to refer people to go buy the blanket. And I was just looking at my reporting for this because I wasn't actually sure, but I added up the numbers. It was like 31 bucks, 125, 104, 103, 213. So I made over $500 making a 10-minute video talking about a blanket. So I really knew at this point I was like really onto something. And while I've continued to do a lot of these other content videos, I looked at my overall views, and just looking at this, my most promising videos have been all product reviews, like doing one for my autonomous desk. I even have one where I talk about my basement remodel, as well as like talking about my internet service. Here was one I did on an electric bike that I own that got over 25,000 views. So many of these did extremely well. And the biggest thing I noticed with all of this is that while my channel was about marketing, I have not had a single person, at least as far as I know, comment and be like, why is your channel called No Shame Income and you're talking about electric bikes or Peloton or office chairs, right? Nobody ultimately really cared. But at the end of the day, I thought I would make this video to kind of explain what to expect coming from me, because I really wanted to ramp up these physical product reviews. Because for me, I felt that I'm a very detailed person. I could look at something that's so basic. In fact, it was funny because I gifted, it was like a desk that I gifted to someone. It was like the most basic desk in the world. It was literally just 2 steel beams and a top, and there's nothing really to it, right? It was like a $50 desk. And I was given that desk for free in exchange to do a video review of it. So I made this video review, and the person I gave it to was kind of in the background, like just listening to me do the video. And I remember being so detailed about that desk for something that was so simple, so basic. I made it sound really intriguing, right? Like I could talk about the assembly, what the shipping was like, what the packaging was like, was anything damaged? Is it nice and comfortable to sit at? Like just thinking of anything possible that if I was to buy that desk, what would I want to know before I get it, right? Is it easy to assemble? Is it nice to sit at? Even though it's something so simple and basic, those are the things that people are looking for when they're trying to make buyer decisions. So where this is all going is, over the last probably about 6 or 7 months, I've had many big brands, some small, some larger, reaching out to me, actually sending me free products. So examples of this are, recently a company sent me a $100 drone, and I was able to basically do a video review on this and put it out there, help the company out by helping consumers obviously make better decisions on if they should buy this. And at the end of the day, I get a free product, and then I can also make some money if I refer people to buy this product. So I've really been onto something with this, and obviously kind of dabbled with it a little bit on my YouTube channel, but I really wanted to, moving forward into 2022, a lot of the new videos that I'll be creating will have a lot less editing. I'm not going to be spending as much time editing the videos, but really creating good consumer content that if you were looking for a product, like if you were to go on Google and type in like, how do I, know more about this particular headset for gamers, right? And you come across my video, and that video is going to be really helpful to help you understand, every little thing about it. Is it actually a good product? Is it something that you would want to buy? And again, this isn't anything new. People have been doing this on YouTube, and I just didn't really know how to transition my channel. I actually kept telling brands that were reaching out to me, I don't really want to post on my YouTube channel because it just isn't really what my brand is about. But at the end of the day, I just realized that not a lot of people seem to really mind too much. But I thought, for peace of mind for people that are following me or maybe expecting something specific around marketing, that you guys are going to be seeing a lot more product review videos from me in 2022. Actually, in fact, over the last 6 months, I've recorded over 600 videos for all kinds of different things that I physically use within my home, whether or not it's something like this headset or something as simple as like a smart plug. Like here's a smart plug I just did a video for the other day. This can be powered off with Wi-Fi so I could save energy in my home. I even got this product that I was recently just using to help save on heat. These are like little strips that you can add to like your door, and it will prevent air from coming through and stop drafts. So I went and made a video review of this product, promoting this brand, and obviously helping consumers understand, is this an effective product? Is it actually going to be something that you would want to buy yourself if you don't know anything about it, if you've never used it? So again, where I'm going with all this is, with the internet marketing stuff, it's not that I'm necessarily bored of it, but I have noticed a trend where a lot of people in our space, in the internet marketing space, they've kind of moved on to other things. There was a very popular blogger that I follow who actually completely stopped blogging, stopped creating online courses, stopped doing anything with the entrepreneurship internet marketing brand that he had. And he was very successful, was making a lot of money, and he completely abandoned it to go start a protein powder company. Another example of this is the guy who I actually paid for mentorship to learn how to utilize platforms like Upwork, which I've now gone on to have massive success with. And this guy ended up abandoning entrepreneurship in the sense of like internet marketing to go start a blanket company, right? So very, very interesting. I've noticed other big influencers, people like Alex Becker, who've transitioned away from internet marketing and have now spent more of their time talking about things like cryptocurrency because that's just something that he's interested in, right? So for me, I guess really where I'm going with all of this is that I haven't necessarily lost all of my interest in internet marketing. I still sell clients on SEO. I still do some websites. I still do a lot of affiliate marketing. I still am selling my online courses. A lot of the things that I'm already doing or have been doing, I'm still doing in the background. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I've gotten a lot more excitement out of doing physical product reviews of all different kinds, whether or not it's tech-related, computers, or just general usage things that I could have around my house, like a draft sealer, like anything simple that I could talk about that I think would be useful for someone has been exciting and fun for me. So that's kind of where I'm going in 2022. So really what you can expect from me going forward with a lot of the videos that I'll be creating are going to be basically sharing my thoughts on these products. They're not going to be heavily edited videos like I've done with some of my recent stuff. And they're just going to be simple, straightforward, and to the point so that you could immediately check it out and understand, is this a product that I'd actually want to use? And ultimately, if you are checking out my videos and you continue to follow me, you subscribe and like my channel, I'm basically going to have affiliate links in those videos where if you guys do decide to make a purchase, obviously you'll end up paying the same, but I'll make a little bit of a cut, and that will obviously help me out and allow me to continue making these videos, continue to be a content creator, and help me from ever needing to go back to a real job ever again, which was really my goal with all of this entrepreneur stuff in the first place. So some other updates for me, at least since I'm here. In March of 2021, this year, I ended up buying a new home, and things have been going extremely well. I've been making a lot of updates, and as you can see, if you look around and depending on where you've watched some of my past videos, I was in a completely different background. I actually converted this old garage space into a finished office. So this actually used to be a single car garage, and I've now turned this into like kind of a man cave. So when this is fully complete, I'm still working on a couple things. I'll do a video to like tour this space, show you guys. But I'm very excited about the things that I've been able to build and achieve over the last year. Really where everything has been going has just been basically very positive for me. And I think I have a lot to share in terms of some of the product reviews that I've been creating. And I really want to use YouTube as a platform to do that. So anyway, I think for those of you who've subscribed, I know I'm pretty close to 5,000 subscribers. I appreciate all of you. And for those of you who maybe found this video, or maybe you checked out one of my last videos and ended up finding this one, definitely subscribe, like the channel, and expect to see a lot of product review videos from me in 2022. Again, I'm not going to be abandoning the marketing stuff, but I'm going to keep my branding, and I just really wanted to let people know that, hey, this is what you should be expecting, and don't be confused when you're like, why is John posting a video of like a headset review as opposed to talking about the latest and greatest marketing strategy in the internet marketing space, right? So anyway, thanks for those of you who've been a subscriber, and yeah, I'll see you guys in 2022.